Good afternoon, and welcome to the Urban Garden. It's me, the Happy Cultivator, Urban Gardener, here with a little garden update. So this week, I thought I'd give you guys a little tease. And I'm gonna first post a video updating the vegetable garden. So let's walk in to the urban garden. Let's get this shovel out of the way here. Alright, so let's start with the tomatoes, guys. The tomatoes are looking amazing. Brandywine's putting out some flowers. Still has yet to have a fruit set. But over here, we have the Big Beef. And the Big Beef has set a fruit. Check her out. Now over here, we have our overachiever, our Lucid Gem. Check that out, folks. Look at that, Lucid Gems. Little pretty tops, pretty purple tops. We got the purpley perps on our tomatoes too, guys. Alright, now we're going to come over to the Better Bush. And the Better Bush has got a nice tomato going. Got some more fruits setting here, so looking pretty sweet on the Better Bush. Here we have some watermelon starting to fatten up. Gonna start chasing its fruit. And then we have a new addition, some butternut squash. Got 4 butternut squash right there actually, because the second one started to pop up. Those are just starting out. We got a whole summer for them to do their thing. I love some butternut squash. The corn. Our good old American corn. Looking good. Good old American sweet corn. Then over here, we have some more butternut squash. Very unhappy with the heat. We're getting up near 85, pushing 90 here in SoCal. Sun is shining. It's been the first weekend of sunshine of the summer, which is incredible. And as you can see, squash gets really unhappy once the sun comes out. Yeah, it looks kind of wilty, but yeah, I assure you it's got plenty of water, and it's just they get kind of unhappy in the heat. I could have been, Mr. Beautiful Garden and showing you guys what the garden looks like in the morning when everything's all happy and perky, but no, I'm going to do it midday. That's right, it's 12 noon. And let's show you guys, because some of you guys probably watch my videos to see what stuff looks like. So let's see what stuff really looks like in the middle of the day. So when you see your plant look like that, don't worry. Yeah, it's unhappy because of the heat of the sun, but it needs the sun, and it will come back. And come this afternoon, once the shade starts hitting it, they perk up nice. All that matters is the fruit that comes out. So that's my Atlantic pumpkins, my giant Atlantic pumpkins, and that's my zucchini over there. Here I've transplanted my 3 blackberries that I took from some canes that had come up, and they had a little bit of root on them. Put them some containers and made 3 new blackberry plants, and that's them in one nice container. And we're going to try to container grow those babies. My Asian pear tree that I planted from bare root this year is doing much better because I'm actually taking care of it and fertilizing it. We have the bunnies, Elsa and Anna. Hi, ladies. The Chirimoya is got some life in it. Poor thing's been in a container so long, and it's sunken a couple times, and I brought it up, and now it's sunken again, so I'll bring it back up. And she's a trooper, though. She hangs in there. One of these days I'm gonna find her a spot. I promise you, honey, I'll find you a spot. All right, so we are in the large greenhouse, and this is the beans, the black beans. These are how our black beans are doing. As you can see, they are really enjoying this spot. We've got some poles affixed here so they can crawl up the poles. And we also have some sweet potatoes starting to come up. Nice to see some sweet potato coming up. We have some potato coming up. We have another large russet coming up. So this bed's looking very nice. I'm not sure if we have any garlic. I think the garlic all got crowded out, unfortunately. But that's okay. We got plenty of beans. And we got sweet potatoes and potatoes. Everything is well. The turnips are actually bolting and going to flower. So I decided, screw it. I'm going to let them seed, and I'll have some turnip for next year. In here, I've planted out a bunch of onion. And I think I'm going to have to turn the hose on it again because it's so warm that it's drying up everything real quick. It is still moist in there, though, I can see. But this is that new bed that I prepped. And it's only had cover crop in it. And then recently I planted it up with some onion. And we'll see how the onion does in there. You know, onions, they're not super deep rooted anyway. And then their roots can get through that cardboard and get into the soil, and the cardboard should be degrading by now. Collards, again, heat of the day. Poor things. All right, here we go with the kidney beans, and the kidney beans are starting to do their thing. Let's see if I can find you guys a kidney bean pod here. There you go. Check that out, guys. Those are kidney bean pods. So we're getting some kidney beans coming in. And then over here, we have pinto beans. These guys are pinto beans. So we got a bunch of pinto bean pods going now, too. Oh, yeah, check that out. Look at all those pinto bean pods. Sweet. And then here, more kidney bean pods. Check them out. Got the kidney beans. Then my third-year asparagus is starting to look good. There's a nice shoot starting to come up. That one will probably be edible. And then for this other third year, I've actually got some good shoots. And I went ahead and just ate one of them. And then check it out. There's another really nice shoot. And you know, these right here, you could pick them and they're like perfect for cooking. But right there like that, because they're fresh, you can eat them raw and they're so good. They're kind of sweet and nutty. Over here, we got some more pinto beans. Oh yeah, check this out. I think this is actually kidney bean right here, yeah. More kidney beans back there, doing great. And they are actually, they're fertilizing these berries. We got some strawberries all under here, and it's giving some nice nitrogen to those berries. And as a matter of fact, we got a little berry here. Nice. Look at that berry. Nice. Check out how burned out this asparagus is. I gotta do some watering back here. You see it's starting to get dry. The soil underneath is wet though, as you can see. Pull that back, it's moist under there. Check out that crown. These are 2-year crowns right here, so this would be their 3rd year. Got another one here coming up, burning out. Like I've said in the past videos, I'm just letting them fern out this 1st year, and that way they set in really good. As you can see, I cut back my artichokes, and here is an artichoke rhizome that is putting out some new plants. And over here, that's potato coming up. I'm trying a method of potato where you just basically cover them in straw. And then there's a rhizome of artichoke I planted, I moved, and it's coming back. So that's pretty cool. And it's nice to see that potato coming up. Wasn't expecting to see that right now. Then, let me show you guys this. I actually moved my star fruits. I moved my star fruit trees out of the large hoop house and put them out here where their new spot's gonna be. After this season, that big screen house is gonna move because there's gonna be a new garage going in there. But so that's where they're gonna move, and then what I'm gonna do here, give you guys a little vision here and see if you see it come to fruition later on, is, as you can see, is I have some bananas. And yes, those bananas produce nice little fingerling bananas. They're good, like 6-inch bananas, really like sweet and tangy bananas. So I've got the bananas there, then I've got the avocado, which is actually a tropical plant too. Grows really well in Hawaii, as you guys have seen in Urban Senior's yard. So what I got is, now I have the carambola trees, better known as star fruits. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make this like a little tropical section. And then I have a bunch of coffee plants that I'm trying to get to go. Coffee is very hard to grow, and I thought I'll make a little coffee plant forest with the bananas and the avocados and the star fruit. And it'll be a little tropical section, and what I'm going to do is probably build a little structure that I'll put some greenhouse film over to keep the humidity and heat up. You can grow things that don't belong in your zone if you keep an eye on what their conditions need to be. You can actually make those conditions, because those star fruit are not supposed to grow here. Do your research and find out. Southern California is not supposed to grow star fruit, but if you make the conditions right for them and they think they're where they belong, it works. That greenhouse has worked great, so all I really need to do is just make the heat and the humidity for them. And how I'll do that is by building a small PVC structure and put some greenhouse film over it. It's gonna be great. We have our biggest watermelons over here. This is the biggest of the watermelon plants. And I'm trying to make it come out towards the sun, but it wants to do its own thing. So we'll just let it throw out there. So that's the biggest of the watermelons. You can see I've got some more strawberries fruiting. Here's another watermelon. This is my volunteer cantaloupe. We'll see if we can get that to make some good fruits. Cantaloupe's kind of hard to fruit. Here we have the Zapallo del Troncos, or Zapajitos as we call them in Argentina. I transplanted that out of the hoop house, and now it's out here so it can fruit, because it needs pollinators, and I don't think that it was getting the bees that it needed in the hoop house, of course, because it's sealed off. Here I have 3 rows of Walla Walla onions. Here is the biggest of the Zapallo del Troncos, the Zapajitos. It's actually 3 plants here transplanted out of the hoop house. Now I'll show you guys. We have a fertilized fruiting Zapallo. Zapallito. So let's come in here and we'll zoom in on the Zapallito so you guys can see it. So that is a little Argentine squash called the Zapallo del Tronco. All the Argentinians call them zapallitos. And they're basically a type of round zucchini, and you can stuff them, and they're really good. Here are the peas. Check them out. Pass the peas like they used to say. Pass the peas like they used to say. Yeah. Looking nice. And I've been eating on these because what I like to do is grab the pods, open them up, and then just eat them raw. They're so delicious. And in here I have some more beans. I believe these are either kidney or pinto. And then here I have a knucklehead pumpkin that's gonna come out. It's starting to come out. And the funny thing is, this seed sprouted in my worm bin, and all I did was take the seed straight out of the worm bin and planted it. Then I also have some green beans. So those are green beans on here. So we got a lot going on in here. And then of course cover crop with the clovers and the buckwheat and everything. This is my largest of the Atlantic pumpkins, and as you can see, when they're not getting hit by direct sun, they're much happier. So same heat going on here. This one just happens to be getting shaded by its two little friends here, which I'll show you in the second update of the garden, which will be our cannabis update. Check out the cover crop. Look at those crimson clovers. They're so beautiful. I love crimson clover. I think even if I wasn't cover cropping with it, I'd grow this stuff. It is so pretty. And here's the beet crop, guys, getting thinner and thinner. We still got some nice beets going in here, as you can see. I picked like 5 already this morning, and those are going to be my dinner. And I got to plant up some more beets. I have a couple Chioggias planted at my house, but they're not growing very good. This is my beet farm right here. This place grows great beets. So I'll have to get some more. I've got some golden beet seeds too. I planted some, but I didn't do a very good job planting them. I didn't prep very well. I was too busy growing the cannabis. I've replaced some of the beets within this beet bed right here, and I put in some green beans. So those are green beans. So that's about it for the update on the vegetables, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I'm enjoying the garden, and I'm enjoying the vegetables. And I'm enjoying growing the vegetables. So hope you guys are enjoying the little side series I have going on here on the vegetable garden. As always, keep happy, stay stoned, and urban garden.